Hi and welcome back. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about how it's very possible that you can grow a small account. I was able to do that in the last couple of years. And one of the strategies that I like implementing into my trade is selling cash secured puts. It's almost like setting a buy limit and collecting a small premium just by waiting. But you want to be able to sell cash secured puts on stocks that you don't mind owning on solid companies. But before I continue on, just want to let you know that I am not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only.
I just created a Patreon page where like-minded people can talk about stocks, whether that is penny stocks, growth stocks, and dividend stocks, as well as option trading in cryptocurrency. Just about anything to help grow our portfolios so we can all achieve financial freedom. If you are interested, it is $10 per month, which equates to about just 33 cents a day. And you get access to the private Discord channel. You have access to my portfolio. I have Robinhood, Thinkorswim, and Webull. And I am also going to do quarterly giveaways, and you will have a community to grow.
So let's take a look at how much I made this year. So this is my IRA account. You can see here my IRA account. I've been putting in a certain amount of money into this account. So if you're under a certain age, you can only put up $6,000. So I've been putting into this account for the past 5 years now. So if you guys don't already have an individual retirement account, you guys should definitely open one up. So this account, I've already made $24,000. This is realized gain year to date. So let's take a look at see what my positions were. So this is experience investments. This is a covered call. So if you guys have 100 shares of the underlying stock, you can sell covered calls against your shares. So your brokerage will use your 100 shares as collateral. But in doing so, you collect a small premium. So let's say you wanted to sell 100 shares at a specific price. You can do that by selling a covered call and collect a premium while you wait for the stock price to hit your strike price. It's no brainer there. If you're planning to sell at a specific price anyway, might as well sell a covered call. I was able to collect $19. It doesn't seem like it's a lot, but $19 here and there, it adds up very quickly. Another stock that I had holding was Huya. I sold a covered call on this. You can see it was $19 here. I had Li Auto, NIO shares, 35 shares I sold, and I did covered calls on these. You can see covered calls, covered calls, covered calls. These are all short positions here. And I collected $17, not a lot, $90 on one, and $300 on another one. And then this was another call here. So you see this cash secure put, it says negative 1,000. It was because the stock price is below my strike price. So I have 51 strike price. I had to roll this over to next week. I did a video on that if you guys are interested in watching. So if this option expires worthless, I get to keep the entire premium. So it does count as a loss up front, but when it does expire next week or whenever it does expire worthless, it will cover this loss here. And then I sold NRZ on Friday because I wanted to use that extra money so I can average down on the stocks that have gotten beat up in the last 2 weeks. So I was able to collect $7,000 on this. And I sold last week. And then Palantir cover calls. See, I have Palantir shares, $14. And then I sold a cash secure put, made about 100. Sold another cash secure put and made another 100. So for these have low stock price. So all you really need is $3,000 in your account to place these cash secure puts. And then another cover call, you can see it's very low, but it adds up. And in QuantumScape, I sold a cash secure put, collected $184. I sold Sundial, I made a video on that. I sold Sundial when it went to 240 and I got in around 60 cents. I kept buying around that price. And then I also sold a cash secure put. You see 2 strike price. I collected $160. I was trying to tell people that to sell cash secure puts, sell cover calls, because the IV, the implied volatility, is very high. So you want to be selling cash secure puts. So we have cover calls here as well. Vaxar. So when Vaxar went up to $23, the IV was very high. So I sold cover calls on them, but the stock price went down. So I am still holding on to Vaxar at a loss right now, but I was able to collect all these premiums, which reduced my cost basis. And then Wish, I did another cover call. See, $29 and then $100 here. Xpeng, $500. And Zomedica, I sold some shares. $2,000 I made. So it's mostly green. Let's look at the unrealized gain and loss. So I am still up $1,200, even though the market has been down for the last 2 weeks. So I am down on a lot of positions here like SIRC, but I am very confident all these will recover. So that's why I wanted to sell NRZ to average down on most of these stocks. And you can see I sold cash secure puts on NIO, Sundial, Vaxar. So you can collect extra income by selling cash secure puts. And if you don't know what that is, let me know in the comments below, or you can join my Patreon page. And then let's take a look at last year. Last year, 2020, I've made $28,000. So it was last year when I discovered selling options. It changed everything. And let's see my losses here. So this was HMNY. MoviePass went bankrupt and I had to hold this. Luckily, I didn't have that many shares, so I'm only down $1,000. When a company's going bankrupt, never buy the stocks because you never know what can happen. They really can go bankrupt, like HMNY. And then you can see that cash secure put, I had to roll it over. It expired worthless, so I was able to cover this $100. So I made roughly $50 from this. And then sold some Oxy, Palantir, I sold RCL, SPG, and then I have some Xpeng cash secure put as well. So the last 2 years have been profitable. It was 2019 when I wasn't, and this is why. I blindly bought stocks that I had no clue about because everyone was talking about it. I don't know if you heard of MDR. I didn't, and I still don't really know what it's about, but I took a big loss. So that stock I blindly got into, not knowing, not doing any type of research. And then this one, TVIX, this was a very volatile stock I didn't know too much about, and I lost a big amount of money. So total loss here was $6,000. In 2018, I didn't open this account then. I started this account back in 2019. So you can see my account went from negative $6,000 to a positive $28,000. And then so far this year, I'm up $24,000. So in this account, I try to focus on buying quality stocks as well as selling cash secure puts, guys. You want to be selling cash secure puts if you're planning to buy 100 shares of the underlying stock, or selling covered calls if you have 100 shares of the underlying stock. I'm showing this because I really believe that people can make money in the stock market. I'm not trying to find home runs. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible so I can do this every year. I don't want to ruin my accounts. If I do, I can no longer trade, and that would be a disaster. Thank you guys for watching. If you got this far, please let me know what you think of my portfolio and what you think of cash secure puts.
Do consider joining the Patreon page. I do share my updates in the Market Gold Investor tier, and I'm just trying to find people where we can talk about stocks, cryptocurrency, and options, and just grow as a community and growing our accounts together. Trading and investing can be lonely, and you just want to be able to do it with a community. So do consider joining the Patreon page. Thanks so much.